Hey, my lovely, lovely, wonderful people, a pleasant Sunday afternoon to you. If you have not yet made Jesus Christ your personal Lord and Savior, do so now. He's the best being ever. Certainly, that would be the best decision you could ever make. No, I'm seeing something here in the weekend's star. It says Educator wants more support for deans of discipline. I'm the kind of person who is never normally fearful of people. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't grow up with a father. My father is alive, but I wasn't raised by him. And I don't know. Sometimes it makes you you have to kind of develop backbone from early because you didn't have, it's like a half a loaf instead of full loaf, meaning you didn't have both parents. So some things you had to learn on your own. So you kind of develop a sense of fierce or fearlessness, and it was commensurate with my personality type. It's a strong personality that I have, not fearful of people. I respect people. Please understand, I'm not talking about being disrespectful. Sometimes people may think how I respond may come off disrespectful, but it was never intentional. But I can tell you, outside of the parameters of me not being fearful of people, I had some deans of discipline that, boy, they made me shudder a little bit because they were no nonsense. Whatever they said, they kept it. They drove fear in a sense. I mean, I showed them a lot of respect. And they carry the persona, and I can understand that made you just had to respect them. They you don't want to respect, you're gonna feel the consequences. Simple as that. So they never had a lot of issue. And funny enough, two of them were very kind to me in a very serious situation in which I thought they could have, I inadvertently kind of was rude to a teacher that I liked, but I probably was just in a bad mood. And it hurt her, and she carried me before them, and they brought my mother in. I never forgot. And let me tell you, they took a total different approach from what I knew them to be. Very calm, mild, soft. I'm like, I'm wondering, it's the same people I'm looking at. Maybe they took me, they came from the offensive. They came from the offensive. They took me by surprise from the blind side. So maybe that is why I have a serious respect for them, and they really, really commanded respect. But it says Educator wants more support for deans of discipline. Let's read. President of the National Association of Deans of Discipline. I did, boy, them have association for everything, man. Boy, it's good still, I'm just saying, sometimes when you read, they say president of this association and that association. Dr. Renee Level says poor behavior from both parents and students is making the job more difficult for her colleagues. I need to interject here. Then listen, not necessarily as it relates to Dr. Level, but if you take out whether it's corporal punishment. I know corporal punishment wouldn't be so much for high schools because these are adolescents, teenagers, and so on. So you don't want to be spanking and beating at that level. But if you take out pre-out of schools, corporal punishment out of whether at the primary or prep level, at the secondary or high school level, whatever would be required or requisite for the particular level schooling that you're at. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to face the consequences. I knew that from corporal punishment would come out from the primary level or so basic level, and then the prayer out of schools or at most, if not all levels, plus whatever other kind of consequences they would have to face, other punishment or discipline they would have to face. I knew that things like this would happen. You're going to have bad behavior from not just students but parents. And background has a lot to do with it, environment, so many factors. But I had to give you two fundamental ones. The comment comes in light of a recent incident involving a student, her parent, and a dean at a Manchester-based school. This is, Level speaking now, Dr. Level. Deans are having a harder time because of the type of student we have now in society, where they're adopting the international things. They think that no one should talk to them, so we are having more challenges, Level told the Weekend Star. But not necessarily Dr. Level, but a lot of adults have caused this. You should have never take prayer out of schools. You should have never take corporal punishment out of schools. And I'm talking at the primary level. You should never have done that. And I'm not directing this at level, really. Commanding officer for the Manchester Police Division, Superintendent Kerry Duncan, said the incident reported was a verbal confrontation. I guess this is him or somebody speaking now, or level. The information indicates that a female student who has been instructed to report to the vice principal's office in relation to a prior matter became boisterous and disorderly, he said. Reports indicate that the student was approached by the dean in the presence of teachers who intervened and restrained the student in an effort to escort her to the vice principal's office. Rumors swirled that the child's father got into a physical confrontation with the dean. However, police maintain that based on reports they received, there is nothing to suggest that anything physical happened. When contacted, the school said it had no comment on the matter. Level explained that deans play a keen role in areas such as maintaining order, promoting positive behavior, maintaining discipline, enforcing school rules, and ascertaining students' maladaptive behavior. Those include misconduct, fighting, lateness, truancy, and bullying. Level said deans also help to apply appropriate consequences. We need more parental support. This is very important. When parents are involved in school life and model positive behavior, when that child attends school, that child will show respect, she said. But you too can command respect. You have to just maintain it. And whatever you say you're going to do, if they don't follow the rules, you hold them accountable. Trust me, if you consistently hold them accountable, they will respect you. And the laughy and smiley with students. And I'm talking about when they're having a joyful time. I'm talking about when they do wrong, you laugh. Or you excuse it. No. And it's not about nitpicking either. Level outlined what she considered a troubling trend, which she expressed concern about previously. She's speaking. The issue I'm seeing with parents is that when their child reports a matter that something happens at school, they don't come to the administration and hear what is going on. They basically take matters in their own hands. So they listen to their child and don't listen to the administrative side, she said, which is wrong. Even if the administration is at fault, listen. Because it's good when you can try to apply a Solomon's principle. 2 women came to him to say this one stole their baby and one gave the dead baby and whatever. Solomon said, all right, here what I'm going to do. He heard 2 sides of the story, not 2 mothers, a real mother, a fake mother. So I'm going to cut the baby in half and give each of you half of the baby. The liar mother, the wicked mother, fake mother, say yes. The real one said, no, King Solomon, it would be better that you give this evil lady here the baby, but don't kill my child. Solomon said, there I have it. You are the real mother. So it is good when you hear 2 sides of a story. Hear it, even if they're at fault. Then you will know how to judge, and you will judge in such a just manner. And you will operate with self-control as a parent, as a guardian, as a family member, as a friend. Level is also calling on the government to do more to support deans and students. Level speaking, I'm saying to the government, you need to play a role to let parents understand that they must respect administration. Listen to, respect begets respect. You have to respect them in order to receive it. Also, for students who display maladaptive behavior, the government must put something in place like back in the days where they had juvenile facilities. So create a system for students who display these behaviors to be placed in those locations so behavior can change. You don't just want a behavior modification. You want a total transformation. So I'm not sure. The juvenile, I think you should start from the ground level up. Bring back corporal punishment, bring back prayer in schools, bring back holding people accountable. Let them see that if you do this, if you get 2, 3, 4, 5 conduct mark, it means suspension. This means expulsion. Take it step by step. Don't just jump quickly to the most way out kind of punishment, or to the most extreme kind of punishment. Take it in strides first, I would say. And that, I'm telling you, will work if you're consistent with it and you show respect yourself and do the right thing. You know what I mean? As I said, I used to fear my deans of discipline, but they commanded the respect. Anyway, guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe, Give me one of those lions for a change and follow me on Instagram.